Bhojana Katha. Today we travel to the royal city of Mysuru, a city that has so much to give. The Mysuru Palace, where the kings and the royal families still have a very special place in the hearts of the people. Dashara festival is celebrated with pomp and splendor for 9 days here. And the 10th day marks the victory of goddess Chamundeshwari over Mahishasura. The Mysuru Palace dazzles like a fairy tale spectacle for all 10 days. The goddess is worshipped in the palace and then placed on top of a decorated elephant and taken in a procession called Jambu Savari. And there is music, dance by folk artists, giant puppets, decorated elephants, horses. And this procession, which starts in the palace, ends in the Banni Mandap, leaving all the spectators with visuals that would last a lifetime. According to a report in the Times of India, out of 40 plus GI tags given in India, 18 belong to Mysuru alone. Mysore silk saris, Mysore sandal oil and soap, Mysore agarbatti and much more. Unmatched in quality, Mysuru rosewood inlay artifacts have such intricate work that one cannot resist but buy them. The Channapatna toys made of wood are so unique that they hold the fascination of kids and adults alike. Coming to the food, we are going to explore the katha of two exotic dishes based out of Mysore. The sweet Mysore pak and the spicy Mysore Masala Dosa. When we go in search of the Mysore pak story, we land in the crowded, modest shop near Devraj Market called Guru Sweets. The people who run this shop are the great-grandchildren of the very creator of the sweet called Mysore pak. The enterprising people narrate the story about their shop. Krishnaraja Wadiyar IV, who lived in the late 19th and the early 20th centuries, was a connoisseur of food. He had a large kitchen and was a good chef himself. He patronized many dishes and loved to experiment with the cuisines of other regions too. He also liked to replicate the prasadams of various temples. As was the custom, the king came for lunch and the chief cook, Kakasura Madappa, was waiting for him. Suddenly the cook realized that the dessert to be served post-lunch was missing. He had to think on his feet. He quickly tossed gram flour and ghee and made a dish. And the sweet was ready by the time the king finished his elaborate lunch. When the king tasted the sweet, he was extremely impressed. And he asked Madappa for the name of the dish. Once again, Madappa was caught off guard and he had to quickly think on his feet. And he gave a name, Mysore Paka. There is another version to this story where the king himself named the sweet as Mysore Paka. Paka means something sticky like syrup. And the king, who had thoroughly enjoyed the dish, wanted his subjects to taste it too. So he asked Madappa to set up a shop in front of his palace. Kakasura Madappa set up a shop along the route of the grand Jambu Savari that happens during Dashara. Mysore pak was also designated as the royal sweet and considered as the king of sweets in the south of India. Today, during the 10 days of Dashara, 51 traditional items are prepared, but without Mysore pak, this spread is incomplete. The recipe of Mysore pak has been handed down 5 generations and the family continues the tradition and runs the business in Guru Sweets. The immediate successors of Kakasura Madappa opened a shop in Ashoka Road. In 1954, it moved to the Sayaji Road and Devraj Market, and it still functions there. The present generation continues to live in the house where the ancestors lived, a 12-bedroom house which was gifted by the king to Kakasura Madappa. The mouth-watering Mysore pak has just 4 ingredients: gram flour, sugar, ghee and turmeric. Yet the quality and the taste vary from place to place. When only ghee is added, the texture is really soft and the sweet melts in mouth. If the sweet is made with vanaspati or vegetable oil, the texture is a little harder and it crumbles in the mouth. Initially, the Mysore pak was not made into a particular shape. It was taken out as lumps and it was sold in kilograms and not as count of pieces. Today, Mysore pak is world famous. One can relish many flavors of Mysore pak too. Milk, cashew, almond, carrot, coconut, to just name a few flavors. Guru Sweets did not create monopoly over the sweet. Equally famous is the Mahalakshmi sweets in Chamundipura. In Tamil Nadu, this sweet is almost synonymous with Sri Krishna sweets. Guru sweets do not have branches, but Sri Krishna sweets have over 60 outlets across India and 3 in UAE too. We must be extremely thankful to Kakasura Madappa and Krishna Deva Vadayar, the former for creating the sweet and the latter for taking this royal sweet from the palace to the streets, thereby letting all of us relish such a delicious sweet. Now to the spicy item on our menu, Mysuru Masala Dosa. In the humble home of one of the old grandmas of Mysuru, Gauramma, this recipe was born. This enterprising grandma's recipes have been preserved and executed by her family. If you land in Mysuru, don't miss visiting the old original Vinayaka Mailari Hotel in Nazarabad Main Road. The restaurant might look antique and compact, but they are the original descendants of Gauramma and the creators of this amazing dosa. Mailari Dosa or Mysore Masala Dosa has been trending for the past 88 years, serving the original wonder and innovating on various flavors too. Another legend has it that the Mysuru Maharaja challenged his cooks to get creative so as not to waste the leftover food at the end of a grand festival. The chefs stuffed the plain dosa with potato filling and spices and added a lot of ghee. This became the Masala Dosa. The Mysore Masala Dosa is healthy and mildly spicy. It is made with urad dal, chana dal and rice. A tempering of curry leaves and mustard seeds is poured into the sagu, and the dosa is served with a dab of unsalted butter. It comes with a side of sagu and coconut chutney. Generally, dosas are served crisp, but Mysore Masala Dosa is crisp on the outside and soft and spongy on the inside. The original recipe has the thick red chili and garlic chutney smeared on the spongy side, and then potato masala is filled on the inside. In some places, it's the green chili coriander sago that is smeared instead of the red chili garlic chutney. Let us appreciate the tendency of our ancestors to adapt and innovate in food. There are many such interesting stories behind your favorite dishes too. Before taking a bite into your favorite dish, learn about its history and appreciate the thought process that has gone into making it in the very first time.